Now what I did, this is your poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer. What I did was I started a new video. The idea is to not have 4 5-hour videos that are impossible to edit and will be very difficult to post and all of that. But instead, to make shorter ones. Now I don't know the length of the last one, but here we are, ready for our next chapter. We're here in Dragon's Reach, and Irilith is about to run up to us and tell us that the Jarl wants to see us. Of course, I don't want to see him, so I'm going to try and sneak past her, which will not work at this level of sneak. The Book of Daedra, Azura, whose sphere, I'll try it again. Azura, whose sphere is dusk and dawn, the magic in between realms of twilight known as Moon Shadow, Mother of the Rose, and Queen of the Night Sky. Bothea, whose sphere is deceit and conspiracy, and the secret plots of murder, assassination, treason, and unlawful overthrow of authority. Well, Bothea sounds like a nice person. Clavicus Vile, whose sphere is the granting of power and wishes through ritual invocations and pact. Hermaeus Mora, whose sphere is scrying of the tides of fate, of the past and future, as read in the stars and heavens, and in whose dominion are the treasures of knowledge and memory. Her sign, whose sphere is the hunt, the sport of Daedra, the great game, the chase, unknown as the huntsman and the father, known. Let's try this again. Her sign, whose sphere is the hunt, the sport of Daedra, the great game, the chase, known as the huntsman and the father of man-beasts. Actually, the chase became a television show. It's actually a game show now. Started off with a really big guy, Mark something. He was he has like a PhD in math or you don't care. Okay, fine. Malakoth, whose sphere is the patronage of the spurned and the ostracized, the keeper of the sworn oath, and the bloody curse. Mehrunes Dagon, whose sphere is destruction, change, revolution, energy, and ambition. Mephilah, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, known by the names web spinner, spinner, and spider, whose only consistent theme seems to be interference in the affairs of mortals for her amusement. Meridia, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, who is associated with the energies of living things. Molag Bal, whose sphere is the domination, Molag Bal, whose sphere is the domination and enslavement of mortals, whose desire is to harvest the souls of mortals and to bring mortal souls within his sway by spreading seeds of strife and discord in the mortal realms. I like Discord. I've got a Discord server. Namira, whose sphere is the ancient darkness, known as the spirit Daedra, ruler of sundry dark and shadowy spirits, associated with spiders, insects, slugs, and other repulsive creatures which inspire mortals with an instinctive revulsion. Nocturnal, whose sphere is the night and darkness, who is known as the Night Mistress. Is it Dervite? Is it Servite or Dervite? I guess it's Dervite. Dervite, whose sphere is the ordering of the lowest orders of oblivion, known as the Taskmaster. Sanguine, whose sphere is hedonistic revelry and debauchery and passionate indulgences of darker natures. Sheolgoroth, whose sphere is madness and whose motives are unknowable. Varnima, whose sphere is the realm of dreams and nightmares, and from whose realm issues forth evil omens. Especially marked for special interest, under the heading Malakoth, you find a reference to Scourge, blessed by Malakoth and dedicated to the use of mortals. In short, the reference suggests that any Daedra attempting to invoke the weapon's powers will be expelled into the void streams of oblivion. Of the legendary artifacts of the Daedra, many are well known, like Azura's Star and Sheolgoroth's Wabajak. Others are less well known, like Scourge, Makan's Hammer, Bane of Daedra. Yet through Malakoth, blessed Scourge to be potent against his Daedric kin, he thought not that it should fall into Daedric hands, then to serve as a tool for private war among Caitiff and Forsaken. Thus did Malakoth curse the device, such that should any dark kin seek to invoke its powers, that a void should open and swallow that Daedra and purge him into oblivion's void streams, from thence to pathfind back to the real and unreal worlds in the full order of time. You getting all this? Okay, that was it, apparently.
You are enchanting.
I am using the Arcane Enchanter. It gets rid of whatever item I tell it to mess with, so I don't want to use it on the stuff that I'm wearing. But now I've gotten my enchanting up to 7. I don't want to talk to a wall, okay? Listen, I don't talk to walls, even walls named Irileth. I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then, the Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Actually, they let me in because I waved. They let me in because I waved my hand and said, "I am not the Argonian you are looking for," which was terrible, really, ending a sentence in a preposition. I was hoping to find if he had, I don't know that he does, but I was looking for a cheat chest that might have a bunch of spells in it. Because, of course, this guy being a wizard would sell the spells in the game, and so I was looking. Oh, that could be it. Bunch of staffs. Okay, don't tell anybody we cheated. We did it for the good of everybody in this game. I just want to tell you that. And we're going to go see the Jarl only because I don't know what happens if we leave after Irileth knows we're here. I mean, I would love to go to Riverwood and then go to Bleak Falls Barrow, get Camellia Arias, whatever her name is, to fall in love with me and all that. But I don't know what, I don't want to, I don't want to jinx the game. So we will bow down before the Jarl and approach respectfully.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yeah, they're the only things I can see with. And I just ended a sentence in a preposition. So you're a terrible influence on me, but kudos on those eyeglasses. They look fantastic. I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past.
I didn't say I was a
But
criminal.
it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is what exactly happened at Helgen.
Well, first of all, I didn't say I was a criminal or that I had a criminal past. What happened was I laid down to take a nap and they arrested me while I was asleep, the cowards. I mean, think about it. If I was a felon, do you think I would go immediately seek out a Thane and talk to him? I mean, Thanes could get me arrested. The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw, it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right.
I was right.
Now, Proventus, shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
Well, I hope Proventus didn't trust his toupee.
It's in the most immediate danger. That dragon is lurking in the mountains.
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
Go get some glasses.
By while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
Yeah,
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
or twice.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative.
Actually,
Done Whiterun a service.
my companions were bugging the heck out of me to
Take this as
talk
a
to you.
small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Can he do something about the music, Jarl? Because I'm really tired of that. The music's way too loud. Okay. Yeah, see, I have it set really low. I don't think it's paying attention to the settings I give it. A blessing on your house, level up, level up. And even Mickey Mouse, level up. We haven't taken any alchemy perks. Well, we probably should take an alchemy perk. Yeah, just walk away. So I have an armor rating of 63, which is terrible. And I have 94 gold. So looks like I won't be buying any houses right now.
Are you playing hide and seek?
Oh, there's Farengar. He was up here. So the Jarl didn't go where the guy was at Tool. Not Tatwal. I mean, I would talk to Avenici, whatever this guy's name is, but it's not like I can buy that house that we went and saw. They probably want money for it, and we've only got like 95 gold. You know, we could probably sell some of our, but we're not gonna, are we? I didn't think so. Let's unlock all of our spells. If we had any brains, we would have sold some of these, made some money. Especially since we'll never use them all in one game. The Power of Whistling. Tactical wordless communication for adventurers by Mildred Winslow. What is a whistle? It is communication. A good hearty whistle can be heard miles away. It can ride the wind. It can penetrate walls like Uraleth. It is a language without barriers. It is power! In recent years, the noble art of whistling has sadly been demoted to the realm of mere entertainment. Ha! Well, no longer. Here in these pages, I aim to show you the true power your lips possess. Getting started. 1. Learn to whistle. If you cannot whistle, stop reading now. The information I'm about to impart is not for beginners or time wasters. So you'd think learning to whistle would be like the most important part of this book, but it isn't. 2. Find a whistling partner. If your current adventuring companion does not have ears or cannot whistle, get a new companion. With the right partner, there is no need to agree on a variety of sounds. It's all about the context of the whistle, not the exact sound being made. With this in mind, make sure your partner has at least a modicum of situational awareness. Lesson 1. Come on, come on. Ask your companion to wait somewhere. Then, when you're ready, whistle to quickly ask them to follow you again. A whistle can travel further than a yell, so this technique is particularly useful when separated at distance. Lesson 2. Getting tactical. Whistle while brandishing a weapon, spell, or your fist to suggest an aggressive plan of attack to your partner. Whistle while your hands are lowered and empty to suggest an unaggressive approach. Whistle while you work. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It won't take long when there's a song, so whistle while you work. And as you sweep your room, imagine that your broom is someone that you love, and soon you're whistled in a happy tune or something like that. Your companion may not always vocally acknowledge your request. Don't worry. If they've read this book, you'll be on the same page whether they express it or not. Oh, so I need companions that can read? This is going to be a lot tougher than I thought. Lesson 3. Accidents happen. Yeah, I know. You're talking about when Indigo wet his pants the other day? I was kind of hoping that didn't make it into a book. Has a friendly sparring match ever gotten out of hand? Have you seen allies accidentally slaughter one another after a particularly confusing fight? A nice healthy whistle can bring them to their senses in a hurry. Whistling is a powerful tool, but it cannot stand in the way of self-preservation. If your partner is still being attacked after you whistle, they will defend themselves. Note, using a whistle to stop your partner fighting will undoubtedly put them in an unaggressive mood. Use lesson 2 once the dust has settled, if you'd rather they continue in a more aggressive state. Lesson 4. Wait here, please. Whistling is by far the quickest way to ask your companion to wait in dangerous areas or relax in safe areas. Simply whistling in their direction while within speaking distance, and they will stay put until you indicate it's time to leave. See lesson 1. Distance is key here. Whistle from too far away, and they will reply with an "I'm okay" whistle of their own. Whistle while too close, and they will assume you want them to change position. Lesson 5. I wish you to perform a task. To signal that you wish your partner to perform a specific task, look at the ground and whistle. It may appear a bit odd to the uninitiated, but if your companion is familiar with this book, they will respond by entering the typical command mode most seasoned adventurers are familiar with. Again, please stop ending your sentences with prepositions. No further whistling is required. How individuals decide to command each other is their own business and outside the scope of this book. Lesson 6. Have fun. Whistling is a useful power that we should all master, but remember, it's also fun. There's nothing lovelier than a little whistling while adventuring. Purse those lips and keep your spirits up. Now, we're going to change some of our spells. I don't think we need clairvoyance so much. I do like a good water ball. There's water ball. Rock blast is kind of fun. Most of these I don't use, so that's why I should have sold them. Earth thrall, water thrall, wind thrall, configure water, atronach, configure wind atronach, configure earth atronach. Oh yeah, we're never doing the Finnish flyer shout again. We should have got rid of it, in fact. See, that chick said we were sick. She misdiagnosed us. We're not sick. She lied. Now we're gonna put a number 3 on water ball. Didn't we get a? Was there no? So there were. It looks like there wasn't any tome in there for like candlelight or mage light, which is, as you saw, because I made it so dark in some places, we definitely want mage light and candlelight. So we'll have to find a place to buy them when we have money. Let's try our number 3. Okay, let's talk to Farengard.
Farengard.
Farengard, however you pronounce it.
Dragon project.
A dragon, a dragon. I swear I saw a dragon.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons.
Well, since he said he was,
Yes,
yeah.
I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Fetch, like I'm a dog now? All right, where am I going and what? I mean, wait a minute. What does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps
I think
a
so.
scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? Where were they coming from?
Yeah, and what did you conclude? Other than I just dropped a bunch of stuff onto the floor and now it's on the floor. I've concluded that gravity works. But you were probably looking for something else, some other kind of response, and certainly. So, what do you need me to do?
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow.
Okay.
A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites.
Great.
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber.
No doubt.
And bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Nice glasses. Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood.
I barely care.
A few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
After all, it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction after all. Chances are it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction after all. I mean, how do you know this stone tablet is in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, we must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we?
No, we
I have
mustn't.
my sources. Reliable sources.
Tell me more about the Dragon War.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it.
I didn't say I'd never heard of
I
it.
used to think it was just a myth.
I didn't say I thought it was just a myth.
The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
Well, yeah, I figured bad things would come from worshipping dragons. I mean, there's only one god. If you've got the time, I can tell you about him. It'll be great. Let's open up our Bibles together.
Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Valgroof's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach.
You must know a great deal about magic.
It's simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Oh, I thought it was pronounced Mage. You just say mage? Oh, that's going to be so much easier. Have you encountered any dragons?
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be.
What have you got for sale?
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess.
And the money to buy them. That's the real problem is I only have 102 gold, so I need to sell. Oh, these staffs. That's a good idea. Because I don't use these staffs and they can't be unenchanted. So, by the way, my speech should have gone up by now. Okay, now, since I got all this money, maybe I can buy something from him if it's something worth having. Conjure ancient vampire demon. That's not bad. A Goliath crab, dark widow queen. I'm looking for just summon dolphin. How do you do that on dry land? I'm looking for just your regular firebolt. Wow, that was expensive. I guess a soul trap. I do like elemental boat. Oh, I don't have enough money. Let me sell some more of my stuff. You know, I paid $200 for that amulet of Mara, and this crook only wants to pay me $15 for it. I don't think I have enough to buy anything else from him. His prices are pretty high. But I just came here for yeah, Elemental Bolt is 517. I can't even buy a ward from this guy. I can barely buy a Mage Light. I don't remember the difference between Mage Light and Candlelight. So we'll take the Mage Light. And then I don't really have anything else. I don't think that this clown wants to buy. I can sell my Scroll of Blizzard. I never use my scrolls. I could sell the wooden green eyeglasses I made, but he'd only pay me 2 septims for it. So he's a crook. Just flat out a crook. I guess I'm going to have to go with this. I like the Elemental Bolt, but I'll have to come back to buy it when I have more money. Do you owe allegiance to the Imperials?
If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant?
A minute ago you called me a scholar.
As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
You know,
It's a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
I think it's a little odd of Farraguard that you just said right in front of the Jarl that you don't care who gives the orders, because he literally is the one who gives the orders. He should have thrown you in the Dragon's Reach dungeon for that one. Okay.